We all learn to wear masks, smiling when we want to cry, projecting confidence while doubting ourselves. These masks aren't about deception, they're about protection, shielding our vulnerable selves from judgment and disappointment. But the more we rely on them, the more we lose touch with who we really are. The world rewards the performance, the person who never complains, who always seems strong. Yet, what's the cost? When the mask fuses to our face, we forget our true selves. We become isolated, convinced we're alone in our struggles. We compare our messy reality to others' highlight reels, breeding shame and the urge to hide our imperfections. We rarely consider the effort it takes to maintain these appearances. True connection is born from vulnerability, not perfection. We can't belong while hustling for worthiness behind a mask. The courage to be vulnerable, to show up as we are, is the only path to a wholehearted life. It means laying down our shields and trusting that we're worthy, not despite our flaws, but because of them. Only then can we find real connection. Maya was everyone's rock. The friend who always listened, always helped. Her phone buzzed with requests for advice, her smile reassuring, her presence a comfort. But inside, Maya felt alone, her own needs buried beneath the weight of others' problems. She longed for someone to ask how she was, but after years of being the strong one, she didn't know how to ask for help. The fear of being a burden kept her silent. Each act of support reinforced her role, but deepened her loneliness. She tended to others' needs while her own went unnoticed. Surrounded by people, Maya had never felt more alone. The strong friend's mask became her prison. She kept smiling, kept giving, even as she withered inside. Maya was loved, but unseen. Marcus was the golden boy. Charming, successful, admired by all. His life looked perfect: promotions, parties, a curated social media feed. But beneath the surface, Marcus was exhausted, driven by a fear of disappointing others. Every achievement raised the bar higher, fueling his anxiety. He felt like an imposter, terrified of being exposed as less than he appeared. The applause and praise were never enough. He worked longer, smiled wider, desperate to maintain the image. The performance was draining, leaving him empty and disconnected. Even his weekends were a show, masking his longing for peace. In quiet moments, the fear of not being enough was overwhelming. Marcus was trapped by the very success he'd worked so hard to achieve. The golden boy's mask was heavy and lonely. He wondered if anyone saw the real him. One rainy afternoon, Maya and Marcus both sought refuge in a quiet library. Maya escaped the constant demands on her, her smile finally gone, replaced by quiet fatigue. Marcus, drained from performing confidence, wandered the stacks, seeking anonymity. As he passed Maya, he recognized the exhaustion in her face, a reflection of his own hidden struggle. Their eyes met, sharing a silent moment of empathy. No words, no smiles, just a raw acknowledgement of each other's pain. In that instant, they both felt seen. The masks slipped, if only for a moment. It was a brief, unspoken connection. For the first time in a long while, they felt a little less alone. Sometimes, being seen is enough. That fleeting moment in the library reminds us what we see is rarely the whole story. We all build facades to protect ourselves, and we mistake others' masks for reality. This culture of appearances breeds silent suffering. The strong friend feels she can't ask for help. The golden boy can't admit doubt. They're trapped by the personas that once protected them. True connection requires us to look beyond the surface. Notice the weariness in someone's eyes, the weight behind their smile. Offer grace, not judgment. Lead with kindness. Your empathy might be what helps someone feel seen. We build bridges not through shared perfection, but through shared imperfection. That's where real belonging begins. The silent exchange between Maya and Marcus was a crack in their armor, a glimpse of shared humanity. Connection is seeing and being seen in our vulnerability, without judgment. Living wholeheartedly means daring to show up as we are, not as we think we should be. For Maya, it's finding the courage to say, "I'm not okay." For Marcus, it's learning his worth isn't tied to achievement. Authenticity is a daily practice, choosing courage over comfort. It means quieting the inner critic and cultivating self-compassion. We must risk vulnerability to be truly known. When we look past the mask, we find the imperfect humanity that connects us all. We can choose to see each other, to offer silent acknowledgement, I see you. The cost of hiding is a life spent alone. The reward for being seen is true connection. Daring to be seen is the bravest thing we can do.